Hello everyone, Victoria Cochrane here with another Spiritual Wisdom Hour. Sorry I'm a little bit late, was putting battery in my clock so I can hold the time. I hope you're all well and not feeling too panicky about things, and hope we can have a nice hour together. So of course now I've just got to work this silly thing out, because it's not the best tripod, and now I've got you all a bit kind of crooked, but that's okay. So welcome to my little room here in Wynyard, and such a pleasure to be back with you all, and looking forward to our interactions as always. My name is Victoria Cochrane. I am a spiritual healer and a psychic communicator, I call it. Hi Angie, great to see you. So I am a medium, but I also am a psychic channel, and I have channeled 3 books and I'm working on the 4th one. Seems to be taking forever, but it'll be ready when it's ready. And I help people also. I'm an advanced theta healing practitioner, so I help people move past their past life trauma and their the trauma from the past, negative belief systems and things like that, to be able to move forward into the future, which I love to do and love helping people. And hi Maggie, great to see you back. So just waiting for a few more people to jump on. So to me the whole world's gone mad. It's just been a bit blown out of proportion, I think, quite a lot. Hi Janelle, hi Alison. I still don't get the toilet paper thing. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, hi Maria. Yeah, and I just think we all just need to take a chill pill, and yes, take it seriously, but not panic. And I really don't want to talk about that too much. I do want to talk about ascension. So a friend of mine, Tam, hi Lisa, hi you're beautiful, how are you? A friend of mine, Tammy, said to me the other day via Facebook message, you predicted this in one of your books. And I went, really? Did I? Okay. Not me, the masses, but I wrote about it. And so I'm like, okay. No one knows why we have no toilet paper. Oh, look, I'm sorry, Maggie, I'm not doing that today. I really just want to do one for the collective to help people calm down, and we'll do a meditation and we'll do a collective card reading just to see how we go with perhaps sending some love and healing to the world and to ourselves, because if we're feeling panicky, we're putting that out to the world. So we don't want to be doing that. But I did think that before I start reading to you from my books and just talking a bit about what ascension is and why we all need to be taking notice, there have been a few things put up today that are positive. And hi Lucy, thank you. Peace be with you too, beautiful. Thank you. So keeping hydrated, very important. I see they're stocking up on water too. We do have it in the tap, but some of us have trouble with that, I guess. But we're lucky we're on tank water, so we have plenty at the moment. Okay, so basically ascension was long talked about and predicted in 2012, and happened on, the actual meditation we did was on the 12th, 2012, but on the 21st of December that year, I saw an alignment of planets from Earth, but not in our solar system, like it was the alignment of planets. And so my 3rd book is called The Alignment of the Universe, because it was actually an alignment so that beings from outer space can help us. And there have been a lot of people bringing in messages from Pleiadians and Arcturians and from outer space to help us. And there was a lady that I listened to this morning, Bracha, and she channels Pleiadians, and they were incredibly positive about the changes that are occurring and why they're occurring. And let's face it, we can't keep living the way we're living, so the first book that I channeled was, hi Helen, was called Raising the Energies of Mother Earth Towards and After Ascension 2012, The Highest Truth. And Creator gave me that title, and it's the longest title in history. But it was really it was a kind of a series of channelings that the masters gave me, and so there was not a lot of kind of sequence to it, but it did talk about how we're on Earth to learn lessons and how there is no time and how the elements are sacred, and about the violet flame of transmutation, which we've got to use all the time, the fallacies of indoctrination and all those kinds of things, the light body and ascension. And ascension basically is, this is third dimension, and you can just, it's fear and it's ego and it's materialism, and it's just so dense, it's like wading through treacle, and it does your head in. And a lot of people are really struggling with all the fear, and thank you, Janelle. Janelle's got my books. With all the fear and everything, and that is why it's, I went into the chemist. It's on, the media's on in every room that you go into now, the doctor, the chemist, everywhere. Stay abreast of what we need to do, stay abreast of what the protocols are, and then just move away from it. Honestly, they're just feeding on that fear, and it's going out and it's making this worse, and we just got to stay away from it. Thanks, Maria. Yeah, so basically ascension is about our consciousness. It's about the way we think, and every thought creates our reality, and every thought goes out to the universe and creates something called the universal human consciousness, which we all tap into. And at the moment it's full of fear and negativity and panic and everything, and it's just, we've just got to send out love and just got to try and stay above it. We can be sensible, we don't have to be stupid. Okay, my husband gets a bit cranky with me because he thinks I'm just in denial. I'm not, but I'm certainly not going to be, I just feel guilty now going to buy toilet paper in the first place. So, yes, we need to have the essentials, but it's, the flu kills more people. It's just, I just don't get it. I just really don't. And I'm not sure exactly what it's about. I don't think I want to talk about that today. I just want to talk about what the masters have been telling us all these years since this book in 2012, and what we haven't been listening to and what we can do now. And I think that's a lot more productive. I don't think it's any use going over why this has happened or where it's come from or anything like that. I think it's really important to just think about what we can do as humans and as light beings to actually counteract the fear and the negativity going out. Yeah, thanks, Lise. So let's just see what the masters have to say first, and then I will read to you the part that I think that I've written in here that actually predicted that this might happen if we weren't listening, and just a little bit about oneness and what ascension is, and how we can actually start to build on the beautiful new energies that have been coming in from the earth, probably way since 2012. So let's just take a deep breath and all enjoy being together. And, I had a friend who said yesterday, prediction, Psychic Expos will be shut down, and there'll be 10 days of darkness after the end of March, and I'm like, yeah, not if I can help it. Not if me and the masters can help it, because there's so much that we can do to send out to the earth. And viruses can be toned. Viruses can be actually transmuted and toned. And I've talked about that before. And so I've worked with the masters to actually tone, but also use sacred geometry, that sacred geometry behind me, and just see what happens. And then someone put up today that they could feel a total shift and some darkness kind of lift. And I really feel that everything that everybody is doing in a positive way, and the healing, I know Angie Alexander's been sending out healing. There's so many people doing that. It's making a huge difference. And the first card, hello, detach from drama. We have to detach from it. We just cannot be immersed in it and keep watching the TV and, oh my God, look at this and it's terrible. We better go out and buy 10 dozen rolls of toilet paper. So Lisa says, true, I'm totally sending love all the time and wrapping unconditional love around earth and into the universe. And let's all just do that and be kind to each other, and just really just take a deep breath. And what's the most important thing here? That we all look after each other, and we will survive this. And what's the message? So I'd like to now, I really just, this is so important, detach from drama. And this is the sword of truth, just cutting through the illusion of everything and looking beyond the boundaries of what, this to me is like the structure of society and what they're trying to tell us and what they're trying to lock us into. But we can send so much beautiful healing to the earth. Purple's the highest healing colour. Yeah, oh, absolutely. We can't put our head in the sand. We can't do that at all. We've got to be sensible about it, but we need to also look beyond the drama of it all. So, these two books, and I do apologise if it could be kind of, it's not really self-promotion. This is just what the masters have told me, and I've never really made much money from these books, but to me it's always been about the messages and getting the messages out there, and for people just to know that it's all about hope and it's all about love. And if we could see beyond the illusions, then we can save the planet, we can be okay. And oh wow, Lisa, that is beautiful. You started me on my path of detaching from drama and those that live it back in 2011, I think it was. Wow. So that's awesome. I mean, we're all here to teach each other, and we're all here to support each other, and that's what I love about Spiritual Events Directory and you guys coming on and being so positive. So these two books kind of came out fairly soon, one after the other, and then I reprinted this one and rewrote it a little bit and put it under my own label. And this is called Beyond Ascension 2012 Universal Truths. And Master Saint Aloysius was the one who really brought all this information through to me at the time. And so chapter 10, Protecting the New Energies, really explains it all. And it was written back in 2012, 2013, but it's still applicable today. And so we've just got to really immerse ourselves into what is going on here. And if you think about ascension is raising our consciousness from ego and self-absorption to oneness and tolerance and unconditional love, and actually all just living in the world together, but not doing life, but being, and actually not existing, but actually learning towards self-mastery and really embracing the light within. So if you talk about oneness is all about we're all connected, we're all co-creators, we're all one and the same. So we are a spoke of the divine wheel. So we come from the light, we go back to the light, we have the power of source within us, and we can manifest whatever we think about, whatever we think and believe we create. So, you know, it's about changing our thought patterns and starting to see how powerful we are in everything that we're saying and doing and what we're creating on the earth. And if things are not good for us, that we do have the power to change it. We just need to believe that we do. Thank you so much, Lisa. Yes, Pam, I did put at the beginning that I just can't do individual readings because it would take away from the messages that we're giving today and for the collective. And so, yes, I do private sessions if that's what you would like, and I love to connect with people. So if we talk about dimensions, then the third dimension is that really dense energy. The fourth dimension is, and it's a dimension of doing and of self and of greed and war and power and corruption and just life on earth, really. Then fourth dimension is, and you can, in each dimension there are lots of different levels. So we work and we live and work amongst them, and we can be in the third dimension, fourth dimension and fifth dimension all in one sentence. It's just what we're thinking and the vibration of what we're saying and thinking. So a vibrational frequency is indicative of our consciousness and how we're thinking. So if we're saying, if what I'm saying to you today is a higher fourth, upper fourth or lower fifth dimensional frequency of let's just all see this from a higher perspective. But if we're in fear and we're all stocking up on toilet paper and the world's we're doomed and I'm just going to look after myself and I don't care if the old people don't have toilet paper, then that's a third dimensional energy, and it's very life-sucking. You know, it's like energy vampire stuff. And once you're in it, it's really hard to get out of, and it's very easy to get sucked down into that too. Oh, thanks, Angie. Can you write down what I say? Because I'll have to go back because it just comes and then I forget. But I'm glad it made sense. So we just need to be, and it's like, you know, saying something like, oh, I'm hopeless at that and I can never do that properly. But if you turn that around and said, I'm really working on being better at that, and I used to be, I used to find that difficult, but now I'm really finding that I'm working on that and it's becoming much easier for me. Can you feel the difference in the vibration of that? We can be so self-deprecating. We can really drag ourselves down into negativity. And it's like saying that this bottle is half empty, when actually I can say it's half full. And it's just a different perspective. And so we really just need to watch what we're saying and really just start to turn it around, because when we can feel more positive, then we just create that. Okay, so in chapter 10 of this book, which was written 7 or 8 years ago, Protecting the New Energies, the New Age has brought with it new conditions for living on Earth. It is no longer appropriate to be living in the energy of doing for self and stroking the ego. And that's what I'm talking about with the third dimension. And just to show you that picture again of what it looks like down the bottom, that's what it feels like too. It is time for the human soul to look beyond his own self's needs and to consider the needs of his fellow man. The years following ascension are a time of assimilating new energies on Earth. Those who have already ascended find themselves living between worlds. That is, they know how to look at things from the higher perspective of the fifth dimension, yet they are also living in the lower energies of non-ascended, less enlightened beings. Welcome to my world. And that's what I've been doing for a few years now, and a lot of people have been. And some people find it really difficult. It's just about always remembering your connection and always remembering that you have your angel guides with you and that you're never alone. And keeping that connection is so important. Hi, Bailey. Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. There's so many lessons in this and so many chances now and opportunities to start to leave the past behind and start to bring in this new earth. So they said, it is therefore a time of assimilating the higher energies into the day-to-day living on earth. Ascended beings must continue to communicate with their fellow humans in order to assist as many people as possible to bring in their light bodies and to ascend into the fifth dimension. The denser energies of the third dimension are now falling away, and they have been for a long time. Any person or situation that is not in integrity will begin to be exposed. Now, I just want you to think back to even starting 2012 to 2013, of all of the spectacular skeletons that have come out of the closet in the past few years. And this is what they were saying back in 2013. So, lies and untruths will be revealed, and long hidden secrets will be unveiled. What has previously been hidden will be stripped away to reveal bare bones, the skeletons in the cupboard, as you say. Know that this must occur because the higher energies of the fifth dimension cannot tolerate the lower energies that have ruled the earth in the third dimensional state. When Mother Earth rose to the fifth dimension, she brought with her the promise of a future no longer steeped in hatred. And that's the promise up the top there. Okay. Humans who rose with her can no longer tolerate the egos of those who tell them that they are better than others, that they know more, or that the needs or status of some are better than others. Yeah, bring it on, exactly. The illusion of separation is no more, as those who have ascended now practice oneness, peace, tolerance, and unconditional love. Well, we try, but, we have still, it's a work in progress. They see things from a higher perspective, aware of the reasons for the actions that impinge upon others, and helping their fellow humans to feel love and forgiveness rather than hatred and the seeking of revenge. When light workers practice these things in the presence of others, the ripple effect is great. Mother Earth is supporting those who share her higher energies and is willing those who do not step into her higher vibrations to do so in order to progress towards enlightenment. The new energies are still unstable and fragile. They are affecting all upon Earth, including those who have brought in their light bodies and who are vibrating at a faster rate. And it's still happening. Although people who start to awaken, it happens quicker now. The energies are a lot more vibrant and a lot more intense. And because so many people have been resisting, now things are starting to happen that are not always pleasant. The new energies, as I've said, relationships that served you once will begin to fall away, including those who have brought in their... Relationships that have served you once will begin to fall away. Pursuits you once enjoyed will suddenly seem trivial and no longer important. Items in the news will be irritating because of their irrelevance. People who cannot see beyond their own self will be less tolerable to you, though it will be easier to show them tolerance and to excuse their behaviour. Where once there would have been arguments, there will be more forgiveness and frankness without aggression. This is the paragraph that I really want you to take notice of, because it actually refers to, or kind of encompasses what is happening now. However, there continues to be much disequilibrium amongst humans as the energies of the earth are adjusting. More and more humans are leaving the planet altogether as they cannot tolerate the injustices of the human race any longer. There is much violence as people's energies are disrupted, and this will continue for as long as people need to decide whether they will listen to the promise of ascension and to put their faith in the new age or not. If they do not, there will be consequences, for as the consciousness of the old earth crumbles and dies, the new consciousness cannot take flight under the weight of resistance and oppression. The new energies will continue to strengthen and conflict with the dense energies of the third dimension, bringing great discomfort, confusion, and renewed conflict amongst humans. The resulting slowing down of the ascension process could mean that its effects will be that its effects will not be enough to save those who have chosen to resist it. And there could be a mass exiting of human life from the planet in a series of calamitous world events and singular acts of violence. Wow. And that was written in 2013. The new energies are strong and are causing discomfort for many, but we ask you to persist and to make every effort to keep your energy fields clear so that the new energies can assimilate into your body. The more you do so, the higher your vibrations will be, and living upon the renewed Mother Earth will be a great joy. The time it takes for ascension to fully integrate upon the Earth will depend upon the decisions people make to engage with and invest their energies into the process. It may take years or it may take decades. The longer it takes, the less likely it is to ever fully integrate, and this would be the greatest calamity of all. Now, whenever now is for you, is the best time and the greatest opportunity you will ever have of changing your perspective and of raising your energies, thus changing your life and the world around you. The ascension process is a beautiful opportunity for man to rise up out of the negative energies that have been dominant in the past. The new energies must be nurtured, revered, and protected in order for the new age to be one of unconditional love, oneness, and peace for all. It can only happen when each and every individual makes the conscious commitment to do so. So that's pretty powerful stuff, and it's difficult when so many people are stuck in the past and stuck in their own kind of stuff. I just call it stuff. And it is really difficult. If you're feeling that way, it can make it so much more difficult to think positively. And so that has been an important part of my work. And Angie and Lisa and a lot of people on here who are practitioners themselves, who've been working with people to help them to get over illnesses and to get over past trauma and negative belief systems and lack of confidence in themselves and all the rest, to be able to be in a position to feel that they can help others. And if we can't help ourselves, we can't help anybody else. And so that's why it was important for people like me. So I came into this in about 2008, 2009. I had a lot of stuff to lift, and it still comes up. It's like peeling an onion. There's always going to be a few layers, but it's important to start to bring in that process of forgiveness and start to let go of old stories so that we can create a new one and start to really see the bigger picture of what's happening. And if this earth is going to survive, we really need to do that. So the first card from the Masters for everybody was detach from drama. And that is such an important thing to do. Stay informed, but don't stay immersed, okay? I think that's really important. The second card then from the Masters of Light, and I think it's important for them to be taught, because they are talking in the books as well. The message from them for everybody to remember today. Clear and shield your energy. So important. So how do we do that? Well, lots of ways, but the Masters talk about the light bodies, so I might talk about that. So we used to have ley lines, and there are still ley lines through the earth, energy fields, but all of that kind of started breaking down around the year 2000. and we started building our crystalline bodies, and now we have the crystalline grid around the earth and the light workers grid, and that's where a lot of powerful healing can happen. If you know you're attached to the grid, when you go to the grid, you can see the light of all the other light workers around the world, and as more people attach to it, then that is where we can do collective healings for the earth. And I did one on there the other day that felt pretty powerful, so fingers crossed it's helped. So the crystalline body is where we bring more and more light into the chakra system, and as we do that, then our chakras become one beam of light, and we're literally connected from source through the crystalline workers grid down to Mother Earth, and we're there all the time, whether we're working or whatever we're doing. If your light body's in, you're a light worker, and you are working for the planet all the time, whether you're conscious of it or not. And the angels and the archangels and the masters work through light workers like that with their permission, but without a sacrifice of energy. I don't sacrifice my energy because I'm connected to the Creator, and that's unconditional love, so there's no conditions in that. I don't know if there's any more comments coming on after Angie's Bring It On. I haven't got any more, and I haven't got my computer, so if you're commenting, I am actually not seeing it, so I do apologise for that. So the best way is to be connected to the unconditional love of the Creator, to be grounded, to breathe your energy down and to feel yourself present in the space, because if you're present and you're mindful, then you're not going to be worried so much and in your head and just catastrophizing about things. And so also bringing in the light, then you're shielding your energy with that beautiful light. So you can see that gold is actually a beautiful colour to bring down, because that is the Christ consciousness, and that is actually bringing your higher self down, bringing in your universal knowledge to actually help you to feel more connected and more grounded and more knowing about things, and more likely to be able to tap into your intuition and your guidance from the masters. So that is a really important thing. So I just want to talk more about the light body. There was a session that I did last year now with hi Rachel, yeah, great, awesome. And you and I need to talk about that earth healing very, very soon, because it's extremely important. Rachel just lives up the road from me and said, I'm getting the call to do earth healing, but I don't really know what to do. And I said, you and I have a date, and we still haven't got there yet. But when people do that together, it's much more powerful, but it's really important to kind of know what you're doing. And so, but the best thing would be just to ground and to send love, and then just to ask for protection as you're doing it. Connect to your angel guides. Archangel Michael's a good one. Metatron, Archangel Raphael, any of the archangels of the seven rays would be perfect for you to connect to, and just ask them to help you with sending healing to the earth, and then to ground and protect your energies later. I'm always wanting to make sure that you're safe and protected to do that. So very important. So the light body then, I just want to talk about the light body, because the reason people can remain so blocked is that their chakras are really sluggish and full of blockages of emotions and fear and drama. So, if we're not detaching from drama, we can really get clogged up. And so the more that we can clear that out, and that is also from the past and all that kind of thing, the more that we can clear that out, the more light the masters can bring in for us, and the more light they bring in, the higher our consciousness will be. So it actually relates to vibration and frequency of consciousness and ascension and dimensions. Okay, so it's all related, and really it's about light, a light frequency. So the light body is your etheric body, reading again from the second book that I channeled in 2013, Beyond Ascension, bringing in the light body. The light body is your etheric body. It is the state you were in before your birth into a human body. In this state you know only love. And you are one with the universe, with Creator and the All. Your light body vibrates at a much faster rate than that of your physical body, which allows you to access etheric knowledge and to assimilate higher energies much more readily. In this state, you are in touch with your spiritual self, and life on earth clearly becomes a human experience. The lessons you are learning are all designed to help your soul to evolve to a higher level. Life as a human is merely an illusion because the dramas that play out form the stage on which you learn, grow, and evolve spiritually. The human form does not just consist of a physical body. You have, in fact, 4 bodies. Thanks, Jane. You have, in fact, 4 bodies that impact upon your health and happiness and that harbour feelings and emotions from the past. This is really important. So if you're feeling really clogged and fearful, then just think about what you might be holding, basically in your lower chakras. And I think that we might do a chakra release and activation before I finish this live today. And that hopefully will help a lot of you to release that and to actually then give permission to your angel guides to bring in more light for you. Okay? In this state, you're in touch. Where am I? They are the physical, emotional, mental, and causal or spiritual bodies. When you're in the 3rd dimensional state, your physical body rules everything. If you are sick, you look for a physical cause. However, as you allow your light body or etheric state to enter your energy fields, you begin to realize that the physical body is just one area that holds pain and in fact is the body least likely to be holding the cause of the malady. The physical human body merely reflects what the other bodies of the person are holding. If the emotional body is ill, a symptom will occur in the physical body. If the mental body cannot rest, the physical body will respond with a physical response. Thanks, Angie. If the person's spiritual body has not come to terms with the past or has lost its connection to the All, the physical symptoms that occur will have no apparent source. As your energy fields begin to accept and accommodate the higher energies of the 5th dimension, your physical body will become more susceptible to environmental factors that are not in sync with the rhythms of your etheric state. Your other bodies will cry out to release all traumas that have gone before, because no low energies or negative memories can remain in an enlightened being. Your physical symptoms may increase dramatically, forcing you to look within to uncover the cause and source of your discomfort. Ask us for assistance in this endeavour, and you will be guided to the best way or person to help you to release all that no longer serves you, so that you can make the transition to your light body more easily. The light body cannot tolerate vibrations of hatred, anger, intolerance, injustice, racism, or inequality. On the etheric planes, we know each other as equals, and we treat each other with reverence and love. As you bring in your light body, you will notice that the dramas played out by those whose vibrations are of a lower order are incomprehensible to you and no longer of any consequence. You will also notice that the wonders of nature and the universe are becoming much more important to you, and preserving Mother Earth and all who dwell upon her will be your main desire. One cannot live upon a planet so bountiful without becoming increasingly aware of the precious nature of her cargo. The gift of life cannot be downplayed or ignored. When you are in your light body, or as you are bringing in the higher energies towards this quest, your higher purpose for being on Earth will become clear to you, and your connection to Mother Earth, to Creator and the All, will be eternally strengthened. Most of all, you will know what it is to dwell in peace and harmony, and you will become a way shower for others. This is the way of enlightenment and the only way to truly achieve peace on earth. Blessings and light to you, dear ones. So, we've had detach from drama, clear and shield your energy, and we're just going to do a chakra balance and clearing in a minute. And the third one, and these are from Doreen Virtue's Ascended Masters book. So all of the words I'm reading today are from the Ascended Masters. And the third one for everybody. Flow of prosperity. So that to me is a sign that everything's going to be fine, and that we just are releasing lots of toxic energy from the earth, and transition is painful and very uncomfortable. Oh, the second, okay, here Maria, the first one was detach from drama. The second one was clear and shield your energies. And I read about the light body, so please go back and listen to it again so that you can listen to that. Flow of prosperity, Lakshmi. And look at that. I love, love, love that. So we just need to just bring in these new energies and bring in our light bodies and just know that the earth is shifting and changing, and we need to not resist, but to actually help her. So what I'd like to do now is use a pendulum, and I'm actually just going to take you through a bit of a meditation and then just do each chakra one by one, and just help everybody. And look, it's just possible. There's nothing that's impossible in this world. So goodness knows how many people are watching now or will be watching this. But when I ask that this is for the collective, for everybody who is watching this in the past, present or future, for their highest and best, to release all negative energies and belief systems, and to actually resolve karmic ties, karmic debt, to help people to move into a higher consciousness in the highest and best way. And for each one of you, that's terrible grammar, each one of your best intentions, with divine ease, grace and love, in the energy of the Creator of all that is, it will be done. Okay? So, oh, you're welcome, Holly. I hope that you're well. Okay, so just taking a breath, and just breathe your energy down and relax your shoulders, and just feel yourself grounding into Mother Earth. And then just bring your energy back up again. And then just bring it right up, and then down and center into your heart space. And just be open, give permission for the archangels of the Cosmic Council, for the masters of the Cosmic Council, which are masters of light and archangels, to assist you to balance, align, clear and activate your chakras, to clear them of lower frequencies and activate them to a higher frequency. And this I would normally do, the masters can do it really quickly, and so quite often I'll bring in the master who's working with the person, and they just do it really quickly, and it can be quite intense, but then it's just like, and it's done. Or I can do it on the table. It takes about 40 minutes for a person, and we can go, depending on how much light is in your chakras already, how much clearing needs to be done, or whether more light can just go in. Depends on how many times we go around. So we're just going to do once, and I'm just going to ask for Archangel Michael to come in and do this with me, because he is my Archangel guide, and asking him to now be working on the collective base chakra. And so what's happening here is positive energy going in. Okay, so just concentrate on your base chakra, and this is your grounding chakra, your seat of security, vitality, and certainty of who you are. Now this is the grounding. This is the grounding symbol. And then going to do a balance. So negative energy coming out. Going into a balance, and then putting positive energy in. So this is for the collective base chakra, which is red. So we've had positive energy, grounding, and a balance. Now alignment up with your, going up to your sacral chakra. On top of one more symbol, and that is the flower of life. So you can see it has 4 petals. That's the first activation of the light body. So, and then it will just stop on its own. Now for the sacral chakra, for the collective. And I've just got a council of 12 around me, just radiating this light out to everybody. And a flower of life straight away. So the sacral chakra is our ego, our seat of power of ourselves, our seat of the ego. And what we wish to do is bring it from ego up to soul self-awareness. And I'm wondering if there's a blockage. So if there's a blockage, you can just pull it. It's called chelation. Just get rid of it, and then we'll get much clearer energy. So you can do this with chakra cards too. If you're on your own and you don't have anyone to do it on you, you can get chakra cards and just use that as a proxy. And I'm using myself as a proxy to do a healing for all of you today. Yeah, I agree, Rachel. Absolutely. So let's just, it's very sluggish there, so let's just everyone send love to themselves. Know that it's okay to be you. And just filling your sacral chakra with light and orange energy. Remember this beautiful orange energy of the ego. So I am who I am, and that's okay. And just fill it with love and light, because there's not a lot of energy going in at the moment to the sacral chakra, and I think you all just need to sit in that beautiful orange lotus flower and send love to yourself. And let's just see what happens with this. There we go. Look at that expanded energy now. Good work, everyone. And now we've got much more positive energy going in. Much more vitality and a grounding of that. Good work. And now going into a balance. So then it balances negative and positive energy together. So, and then more light can come in after that. Right, negative. So anti-clockwise is always negative, and clockwise is positive energy. Okay, so this is alignment. So it's going to go into the positive. If it went that way, it would be a balance. But when it's aligning, it's actually lining up your chakras and making them straight. And it's surprising how sluggish and off you can feel if your chakras are crooked and a bit like a dog's hind leg. So you want them to be nice and straight. So it was lining them up and balancing them out at the same time. So a lot of you have some work to do on your self-confidence and self-love because the sacral chakra is taking a lot of work here. So just really work on sitting in that beautiful orange energy and just giving love to yourself and saying, I am okay, I love myself, I accept myself, I am confident, and starting to see the positives of what you've achieved in your life and how leaving the past behind is a good thing and moving into the more positive future. Let's move up now to the yellow energy of the solar plexus. That's much more positive. That's stronger energy. Solar plexus is how we see ourselves in our relationships, and if we're holding trauma from the past, it's most likely where we're holding it. So lots of positive energy going in here. And I'll just chelate there and just see if there's anything blocking. But no, it doesn't want to do any more. So now we go to the heart chakra. Beautiful positive energy going in there. So I hope you're all feeling this and just allowing the energy to flow through you, knowing that the intention has been that this go to every single person watching today or tomorrow or whenever. Okay, going into a balance. So that's an aura sweep. So it might just be sweeping it out into the aura, but it's possibly going to go into clockwise motion. There we go. And then out, and then it'll just balance out the positive with the negative. Yeah, so hopefully this will help you to be more positive, Jane, because this is just taking out the negativity and balancing everything out. And so then when you meditate in the next few days, just bring in your, ask for your angel guides. And if you don't know who it is, bring in Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, any of those, and ask them to help bring your light body in further. Now we're going into a star by the looks. Or, no, some kind of integration symbol. It's a chakra activation symbol. It's a bit like the ABC sign, you know, but that's a chakra activation symbol, so beautiful. That's good to see. Okay, now I'm going to use my hand as the throat chakra proxy and ask that this be clearing everyone's throat chakras. A grounding. So the throat chakra is all about communication and about speaking our truth, feeling heard, being heard, feeling deserving of being heard. Negative energy going out, but it could be it's an alignment. and alignment with the heart space. Okay, thank you. And now asking for the third eye. Positive energy, then a grounding. So there's not a great deal of activation going on here. So I think everybody's feeling a bit kind of flat with everything that's going on. But maybe in the next few weeks we'll just continue to work on clearing and grounding and feeling, getting the lovely hopeful messages from the masters and sending love to the earth and to ourselves. Okay. Just take a breath. And if you're feeling a bit funny, just zip yourself up. Keep yourself grounded. Okay. Now we're on to the crown chakra. Lovely expanded energy here. Beautiful. Grounding. And a balance. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this all the way down the chakra line in a positive motion, right down to our earth chakra, and ask that my hand be the proxy for the grounding chakra. And now this is grounding. So we're grounding you now right from your crown all the way down to your base, and all the work that's been done so far is now being grounded. I'll talk about that in a minute, Maria. Okay. All right, so Maria asked, is there a guide or somewhere where she can learn to do this? I learnt to do this from my spiritual teacher a long time ago. And really it's about knowing what the symbols are, and there were new symbols coming in all the time. But the first thing to do is just to learn to trust the pendulum. But I always teach that you need to know who is doing it's sacred geometry. So you need to be calling in a master of light, like Archangel Michael, or you can call it, it's best to call in the master who's working with the person. But if you are not clairvoyant, or you're not particularly able to do that, then just call in one that you trust. So Metatron, Lord Melchizedek, Archangel Michael, Jesus, Mother Mary, any of those masters would be perfect. And just ask them for a chakra balance, clearing, activation, alignment for your highest and best, or the person's highest and best. But the first thing is just to ask them to show you how to trust the pendulum. So this is my yes. So you say, show me yes. See, I'm not moving it at all. Oh, that's great, Jane. Show me no. That's not my no. Show me no. Show me maybe. So my maybe goes forwards and backwards like that. So then you can ask questions and just start to get a sense for using the pendulum, but always know who you're talking to. You can also talk to God. I mean, it doesn't matter, but as long as you know who you're talking to, otherwise it could be any flotsam and jetsam spirit come in and lead you astray. Asking things like, will I get the job? Anything that's dependent upon the free will of another person or the decisions other people make is a dodgy question to ask, and you won't always get the right answer. But you can certainly ask, like, so what I would like to ask is, will this coronavirus be gone within a month? And I'm getting a huge yes. So then I could say, will there be any new cases of coronavirus this week? Yes. Will there be new cases of coronavirus next week? And I know I'm talking to Archangel Michael. No. So I'm really hopeful that this is going to go away really quickly. And someone put up on Instagram a prediction that a psychic made 20 years ago that there would be some huge pandemic come really quickly and then suddenly disappear from the earth. And that gave me hope to try a bit of a healing and think that if other people are doing healing, it is going to go away pretty quickly. And all of this big, huge fuss is not going to be necessary, but seems necessary at the time. So you can't really criticise people or governments for trying to contain something that is so contagious. But I do feel that it's going to go away really quickly. Wow, just had a massive clearing. Thank you, darling heart. Oh, that is so great. I really do hope that helped you. So look, once you know how to use the pendulum, really, if you've got some chakra cards or pictures of chakra, I have a chakra chart somewhere, just use anything like that and just hold the intention that it's a proxy for your chakras, and then just ask for clearing for your highest and best. No. Oh, is it hard to figure out if the person you are calling in is, for example, Archangel and not another being? You've got to be really clear on your intention. With intent it will be. So if you're intending that it's Archangel Michael, it will be Archangel Michael. Okay, so you've just got to be clear, but you've also got to be clear yourself, and the best way to do it first is to ground your energy, breathe, and just hold the intention of connecting to the unconditional love of the Creator or Source or Universe, whatever it is you feel more comfortable connecting to. You're welcome, Bailey. And then just feel that light come in. And if you can't feel or see, just know that when you're intending it, it will happen. We're powerful co-creators. We're powerful manifestors. As soon as we intend it, as soon as we visualize it, it's happening. And we have to trust that, you see. So trust is everything. So if you don't trust it, then it will be a bit shaky. And then call in Archangel Michael or whichever master you want to call in, and thank them for being with you, and hold the intention. We don't have to ask, because we're co-creators, that they assist you with this healing for your highest and best, and they will, and that's all it takes. Okay? So I'm glad you're feeling calm and grounded, and we just need to stay calm and grounded and just know that this is an awakening. It's a wake-up call to those people who haven't been listening to the fact that we can rise above just the physical realities of Earth, and that love is the answer. And I'll just leave you with a little bit of writing from here. In the energy of the Creator, the ego accepts that all is one and that everyone is equal and the same. Therefore, every person will be treated with respect and generosity, accepted for their differences, and loved unconditionally. In this energy, the person will love themselves unconditionally and put themselves first when necessary, but not at the expense of any other person. This is the big difference between the energy of the Creator and that on the third plane of existence, which is Earth. To be in this energy, one must simply bring in the light of God, the Creator, into your crown, your heart space, or even into your mind. Connecting is that simple. So these books are available on my website. You can get them, these two are $10 each. This one is $14. I package them up and sell 3 for $30. I'll sign them if you want some. But the messages are amazing and beautiful, and there are plenty of people out there who are writing messages like this, and I've come across a couple of people where their writing could be the same as mine. You know, it's just like I could have channeled that, and so it's not just me getting these messages. And so just go on YouTube. There's a lot of the messages that I've channeled from the masters that have been put by people into automated voice, but there are a lot of great messages from people who are channeling Pleiadians and other beings of light, giving really positive messages about what's happening on Earth and how we can take note and use it for good and for hope for the future. Yeah, Angie said she's got them and she can't find them. She lent them to someone and they haven't given them back. I do that so often, Angie. I'm just always lending out books and then I can't remember who I lent them to, and some I've never seen again. So I do that too. So anyway, guys, I have to go. Lots of love to you all. One more card for everybody. Melchizedek. Spiritual law of attraction. Remember, what you put out is what you get back in equal measure. So positivity, putting out love and positivity, what you focus on, you will create. Really important now to be really mindful about what you're putting out. And let's see if we can crack this code and actually just crack this virus and bring about unity like we've seen never before. And that's what I think will happen after this. That we'll all start to see that the fear and panic is not working, that we can actually support each other a whole lot better than what we've been doing. Okay, so I will read all your comments afterwards, and thank you so much. VictoriaCochrane.com or Reaching Out Spiritual News with Victoria Cochrane on Facebook. I answer all messages really quickly, and I just am really grateful to be here and to be able to just talk to you guys about the things that I know to be true that might be helpful for you. And you're most welcome, and lots of love and light to you, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.